It's a great institution. It really is. In terms of, you look at the academic setting, it's a fantastic place in terms of what can be afforded to student athletes, that they're going to get a terrific degree at the end of their 4-year experience here. It's going to be a place that provides great balance. You're going to get not just a great academic degree, but you're going to get a fantastic athletic soccer experience as well. So this is one of the few places where really I feel like you can get a good balance between one or the other. One won't come at the expense of the other also. In terms of recruitment, I think this is a fantastic place as far as the academics, the soccer, having that balance, and being able to do it, quite honestly, in your backyard. I look at all those things. I look at the facilities. Now that I've been here about a month, I look at the administration, have gotten to know the people here very well. We've got great facilities, and even more important, we've got great people that are committed to giving the student athlete a fantastic experience. This should be the best 4 years of your life, and I feel like Binghamton can give that to a student athlete that's looking for those things. So when it comes to recruiting, first and foremost, I'm looking for good people. We're trying to build a program here. We're trying to build a culture. We're trying to build a positive environment. So first and foremost, I'm looking for good people. People that are going to do the right things on the field, that are going to do the right things off the field. One thing that we're going to ask of all student athletes here in the program is that they're going to represent Binghamton with dignity, that are going to do it in a first-class manner. In terms of what I'm looking for on the playing side, looking for players that have a good athletic base. The Division I game, it is more about the athletic component, and then looking at positional specific needs. What are we looking for in a defender in terms of 1v1 defending and service? What are we looking for from a midfielder in terms of mobility, their technical play? What are we looking for from a forward in terms of what they can do 1v1 and on the attacking end? And then what are we looking for in terms of a goalkeeper keeping the ball out of the net? So those are individual things that we'll be looking for on a positional basis. And quite honestly, I'm looking for the Binghamton kid, the Binghamton student athlete, which quite honestly isn't everyone. It has to be someone that really enjoys this aspect of it, having been tested on a daily basis, both in the classroom and also on the soccer field. Those are all things that I'm looking for in a Binghamton student athlete. I think a lot of it ends up being expectations that the players can then assume themselves, and that there is accountability, that they're not taking shortcuts, that we're not taking steps off the field, that we're doing things correctly off the field, taking care of details academically, doing the things that we need to do in the community to be visible. One thing that I'm a big believer in is if you don't take care of the details off the field, it does have an effect on the field. The other thing too is that you have high standards, and you hold yourself to those standards. So if we can do those things, I found, like in my past experiences working with top 20 programs, being at conference championship programs and Final Four programs, those were things that really just existed within a daily environment. Those little details really ended up being major things for us. And if those little details started to slip, we would fix it right away, and we'd be back where we needed to be. I grew up in northern New Jersey for the most part, so just a couple hours away, so knew a lot about Binghamton, about the name of the school, and the high academics and the standard of it all. And when the opportunity came up for Binghamton, I felt like having been an assistant for 10 years, having had different experiences at different levels, I was going to be really selective about where I was going to take a head coach opportunity. I was definitely getting that itch. I certainly wanted to run my own program, to be able to call the shots, run a system, run a style of play that was going to fit in well between what I wanted to do. And certainly when Binghamton was open, I just looked down like, wow, there's a lot of great situations that'll exist for this program to be successful. So I'm very excited, very humbled by the opportunity to be here. Looking at the America East Conference, another big draw about Binghamton is that the America East, it's a fairly wide open conference at this point for women's soccer. There's a lot of parity. I'd expect that probably for the next few years that there's going to be different people that will put themselves in a position to compete for America East championships. There's not one or two teams that have really truly established themselves in terms of dominance. So what we want to do is put ourselves in a position with our non-conference scheduling to then really prep us for what's going to happen later in the America East, to give us a position to make the conference tournament and compete for a conference championship in the end. For my philosophy with the program, one thing that we really value is talking about the journey. What are the expectations? How will we grow? How will we improve? A lot of that will be player responsibilities in terms of how they'll be held accountable for those particular achievements. But also talking about, eventually what are our ultimate goals and what will that final destination be. We're gonna value being blue collar. We're gonna value being gritty, being persistent. That we'll be able to overcome setbacks and disappointments when they happen. We won't let our highs get too high. We won't let our lows get too low. Players are hungry, they're excited, they want to see change. That's already starting to happen with some of the wheels that are spinning right now. And we want to get off to a good non-conference slate, and then ultimately be in a position where we can qualify for the postseason for the America East tournament. It's a difficult conference. There's some really good coaches that have a lot of experience in the America East. And some really established staffs and programs, so we'll have our work cut out for us. But if we do all the right things on and off the field, I feel like we can put ourselves in that position.